Welcome to the Prince George's Community College Prince George's Promise Scholarship Showcase, an information session talking to new and prospective students about getting started here at Prince George's Community College and learning more about the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship. I'm Kim Johnson, the manager of special scholarships at the college. And I'm one of your hosts this evening. Joining us as co-hosts are alumni Malachi and Rasul Wright. This evening, you will hear from representatives from the college's recruitment and admissions office and the student financial aid office. Make sure you stay tuned for your chance to win a PGCC swag bag at the end of the show. All right, Malachi and Rasul, let's get started.
All right. Thanks so much for inviting us, Kim. Okay. Right now, we're going to give you a chance to shout out where you're from. We want you to post in the chat, and we'll be able to see your message on the screen. So while we wait for you all to post, we're going to share a little bit about ourselves. I know Ms. Kim gave us an introduction, but my name is Rasul Wright, and I am a graduate from Prince George's Community College. And if you're looking at your screen and you're seeing two people that look alike, we're going to let you know you're not tripping. I have an identical twin brother, Malachi. He's right there. He's going to introduce himself too.
Yes, my name is Malachi Wright. I am also an alumni of the Promise Scholarship at Prince George's Community College. I just finished getting my bachelor's degree in biology from Towson University, and I will be heading to the University of Maryland School of Dental Medicine. But right now, I see that we have Samantha Howard in the chat, someone from Upper Marlboro. Great to have you in the chat.
Hey, Samantha, how's it going? Upper Marlboro, that's way up there. We know my brother and I, we graduated in 2018 from Bowie High School, and we also graduated from Prince George's Community College in 2020. Oh, look, Malachi, looks like we have a Marshall from Largo tuning in. How's it going, Marshall?
How's it going? We got someone from Hyattsville in the chat. Hey, Hyattsville.
Oh, Hyattsville.
Someone just said hi. You know, that's just a beautiful statement. Hi. You know, I love that.
Look, can never go wrong with a high, Malachi. Can never go wrong with a nice high.
We have another person from Upper Marlboro as well.
All right, Sydney from Upper Marlboro. How's it going? Good to see you. Great to have you. All right. We have Mark Hill from Fort Washington. We have another individual from Brandywine. We have people from all over the place tonight. All right, Markel, how's it going? Brandywine, you're in the house. Great to have you here. My brother and I, we recently graduated. I graduated from Towson University. I studied history while I was there, and I'm currently in the process of applying to and getting accepted into law schools as well. Hey, look, Malachi, we have a Bowie High alumni.
That's so fantastic.
That's awesome. Hey, how's it going?
Great memories of that school.
Bowie High School, in my opinion, I don't know about you all, that's the best high school for Georgia County right there.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of bias. All right, we have Jack, also from Upper Marlboro. We have another individual from Bowie. Thank you all for commenting in the chat. Keep commenting. If you're all from the same area, different areas. We have another individual from Washington, D.C.
Hey, we've got the District of Columbia. How's it going?
Yeah.
All right. Timothy Francis from Suitland. How are you? It's good to see you. All right. We have, somebody said my son's a junior at BHS. Look, this is going to be a Bowie High School scholarship night. I'm from here.
Know, right? More individuals. Oh, Northwestern High School is here. All right. Shout out to Northwestern.
Northwestern. Awesome. Great to have you.
Miriam from Hinesville again. All right. Fantastic. Oh, another person from Afghanistan. Oh, my gosh. PGCC, we're reaching out far tonight.
All right. Great to have you all the way from Afghanistan. That's awesome.
Awesome. We got some parents in here. My daughter's a senior at Crossland High School. That's so wonderful. Congratulations on your daughter's graduation. Senior year. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. You can learn about the scholarships that we have here to offer at PGC. I promise you won't be disappointed.
No, you will not. All right. Do we have anyone else commenting in the chat? We have anyone else from anywhere far? It's your last chance. Come on ahead. Go ahead. Put it in the chat. Let's see.
Come on. I mean, it seems like, I don't know, some other people might have to represent. We've got a lot of Bowie folk in here.
We do. We have a lot of Bowie. I saw about 2 or 3 Upper Marlboro. This is fantastic.
That's great. This is great.
All right. I think that's the roll call, y'all.
Yeah, it is. It is. And, Malachi, I think that, reflecting on my experience at Prince George's Community College, man, I mean, I could tell you that coming from high school and doing the things that we're doing at the college and graduating, that time goes so fast. And I know it can benefit tremendously receiving some scholarship money.
All right. Yeah. And look, last but not least, we had a shout out from Laurel. I haven't seen Laurel all night. So look.
There we go. There we go.
They mentioned the Eleanor Roosevelt High School. That's awesome.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Malachi and Rasul, for getting us started. And thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening from all over. So we definitely have important information to share with you and some fantastic presenters. And who doesn't like scholarship money and learning about scholarship? But first, let's hear from our previous scholarship recipients at Prince George's Community College. In this short video, you will learn firsthand the benefits of attending and receiving a scholarship at the college.
Each year, hundreds of students receive scholarships here at Prince George's Community College. They can range from book scholarships to full tuition scholarships.
I chose to enroll at Prince George's Community College because Prince George's Community College is one of the best colleges in the state of Maryland, and anybody can get this scholarship. I just came from Nigeria for barely a couple of months, and then I applied for this scholarship, and then I got it.
Being a Promise Scholar pretty much means that this is the beginning of everyone trying to get free community college, and it's an honor being one of the first students to actually have it.
It's such a competitive scholarship that when I did receive my acceptance letter, I was extremely ecstatic, having that relief and not having to worry about how I'm going to pay for college.
It was just a real burden lifted off of my shoulders and my family's shoulders, being able to come here and receive a free education.
Wow, that video was incredible. It reminds me about my time I spent at Prince George's Community College. Wow, great video. Our first presenter is going to be Miss Sarah Prince, the Director of Recruitment and Admissions, and she's going to talk to you today about the programs that Prince George's Community College has to offer and walk you through the steps of applying to college, something that I know all of us could need indeed. Miss Prince, the floor is all yours.
Thank you for the introduction, Razul. I'm so happy I could join everyone live. And of course, everyone really is excited about learning about the scholarship eligibility and how to apply. But before we learn about all of that, I just wanted to share a little bit of information that's vital to understanding a little bit more about Prince George's Community College, the admissions process, and how we can support you along your educational pathway. So here you'll see a snapshot about who we are. For over 60 years, Prince George's Community College has been the premier institution here in the county, currently offering a wide range of associate degrees, certificate programs, and hundreds of continuing education programs to support gaining skills needed to earn everything from licensure, additional credits required to upskill, anything you may need to change or launch your career in a wide range of fields. The amazing thing now is that we offer classes in person, online, in hybrid formats that allow for the highest level of quality and flexibility of instruction. And this is for our credit, non-credit, as well as skilled trade programs that are offered throughout the county. Many are very familiar with our Largo campus, but we also have 5 extension centers. Our joint-based Andrews location is conveniently located on the base. But it's not exclusively for military or veterans. Residents in the southern portion of the county should take advantage of the location. We also have an extension center in Laurel, the Laurel College Center. The University Town Center location is in Hyattsville, conveniently located near the mall. We also have a great skills trade program offered in Camp Springs, a training center in Upper Marlboro as well, at Westphalia. So some great benefits, of course, the quality education is affordable, but also small class sizes. And these classes are taught by faculty that are really passionate about our student first model. Our courses and programs are transferable, but they also align with trade certifications, licensure programs that can be completed in a shorter period of time compared to a degree program. But they also align, depending on if your needs change, they align and can be transferable. But the goal here is, of course, to increase your long-term earning potential. And you can do that in many different ways. Of course, we offer open enrollment and continuing education. And of course, we have, for our traditional track students, accelerated start dates that help support credit students balancing everything: work, personal life, school, of course, while staying on track to finish their degree in a timely way and flexible, of course. You can choose your path, whether it's a career track. Many folks are looking to upskill, earn credit or non-credit credentials to get them a little closer to their ultimate goal. But of course, for our many students that are interested in transferring to a four-year institution, we do have certificate and associate degree programs that keep you on that path, as well as fluidity between the two to keep you on track. As you can see, we offer many different pathways in different areas, high interest areas like allied health and nursing, behavioral studies, social sciences, business and entrepreneurship, wellness, culinary, hospitality, many different areas that students can focus in on the credit and non-credit side. Of course, applying to the college is pretty straightforward, but it's also a guided process. Once you apply, you're assigned to a member of my admissions team, and you are able to text, email, schedule virtual in-person appointments. Of course, if you need assistance completing any of these enrollment steps that are listed on the screen. We have given the capability for you to track your progress in your application on a dashboard, as well as receive important information or updates and reminders regarding your next steps. Once you're admitted to the college, which is pretty immediate, the most important thing is to activate your student account. We call that student self-service portal Outlink, and that's going to be your gateway to everything you need to complete your enrollment steps and matriculate as a student. Being able to log in that way, you can access new student orientation, check the status of financial aid, which you'll hear more about later, register for classes, schedule testing, schedule an appointment with your academic advisor, and pay your tuition. But of course, we're going to hear a lot about scholarships, and hopefully you won't have a bill after you're awarded the Promise Scholarship. Now, of course, we encourage all of our students to participate in our vibrant campus life. Everything from athletics, clubs, and organizations, many of which should align or may align with areas of interest, different types of student support services that you may be interested in, as well as internships, an amazing opportunity to participate in a lot of the things that are listed on the screen. So of course, for many of our students, like a lot of you that have already chimed in at our current high schools in the area, the ultimate goal likely is to transfer to a four-year institution. And we pride ourselves on being able to support a seamless but successful transition of your credits. We offer many articulation agreements. We have many articulation agreements and transfer programs set up, but also supporting any career interests and opportunities. Making sure that your degree and certificates are leading to employment, right? And are in demand, and you feel ready to enter the workforce as well, should that be your goal. The transfer options that are available are also supported by our transfer advisors that work with students through our articulation agreements, as well as other partnerships we have with other four-year institutions. Now, I know I shared quite a bit, and I want to encourage all of our recent high school graduates, of course, to apply to the college and consider us as you go on your educational pathway and consider your degree. But also, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take those. And while we wait for, I think Razul's going to join us for a bit, I'd love for him to talk a little bit about why he chose to attend Prince George's Community College. But while he's doing that, please put your questions in the chat.
Sure, Sarah, and thank you for all the positive information that you've been able to give us throughout this presentation. I know that we've all been learning a lot. I can definitely say that, my main mindset and reasoning centered around joining Prince George's Community College and attending the institution was really centered around the opportunity to serve. Prince George's Community College gave me the opportunity to be of benefit not only to my community, but to myself, allowed me to excel in my educational endeavors and provided me with the ability to go out into the community and to put to practice what it was that I was learning within the classroom. So Prince George's Community College, I always tell people, is always near and dear to my heart because the institution itself is a community environment. They really put that community in community college, and they make sure that we go out and we have a great time with every single avenue and venture that we do. And I can definitely say that being a alumni of Prince George's Community College, we're always welcome back, as you can see. And that's something that just stays with you throughout everything that you do. And obviously the scholarship opportunities that Prince George's Community College allowed me to benefit from was something that I heavily considered in my decision, and the ability to be able to be close to my family and to impact and influence the community that I grew up in throughout the course of my life. So Prince George's Community College was a no-brainer for me. All right, looks like we have one question coming in right here. Here's what we got. It says, is journalism offered as a major?
Awesome question. Yes, we do have journalism and related majors as an option. Many of our students indicate general studies with a specific concentration. So great question.
All right, that's incredible. And I saw another one come by. Okay, here we go. It says, how do we send our transcripts over to Prince George's Community College? Great question.
Great question. So official transcripts can come to us electronically. I know previously on the screen, there was an email address listed, but you can send that over electronically through the school system, especially if you're in Prince George's County Public Schools, or through the postal mail. While you are going through the application process, if you did want more information on your eligibility to get a waiver or more information specific to your GPA and how it aligns with other scholarships, I encourage you to upload your transcript into the application portal. And you can save it there, and your academic advisor and your admission staff person that's working with you would have access to it there as well. But that would be an unofficial transcript. Great question.
Awesome. We've got another one coming in. It says, how can I set up my OWL link if I'm not able to reach someone for a reset?
Great question. Yes, some folks, depending on if it's their second time interacting with the college, many people take classes with the college when they're in their youth prior to finishing high school, and sometimes have issues setting up their initial OWL link. Our help desk should be available via phone, but we also have a virtual student support service center. I believe I listed it previously, but I'll put it in the chat for folks to utilize that. And that's a great way for folks to be able to do that. We also allow for resets in person as well. So we do have the option to receive support virtually, by phone, email, with a help desk ticket, or coming into one of our campuses. Great question.
Awesome. Our next question says, also, doubling back on another question, it says, also, do we have to be graduating this year in order to apply for the scholarship?
Sure. So for students interested in utilizing the scholarship for a fall 2023, you would need to have either been a graduate this year or last year. So a recent high school graduate. But I know Kim is going to give some additional details later about full eligibility and the requirements for application, but great question. I know everyone's excited about finding out how to qualify for this full scholarship. Great question.
Well, I know I was. All right, our next question says, do we take the placement test after graduation?
So you can take the placement test upon admission to the college, which you can be admitted prior to finishing high school. I know some students have already started applying to the college for the fall right now. The most important thing is to check your enrollment steps. You do have personalized enrollment step updates being emailed to you, as well as you can access them in the application portal, because there are ways to waive the requirement for the placement test. But if you are required to do so, you can do it in person as well as online prior to graduating. Another reason to apply early.
Awesome. Someone else says, do you have to apply if you are a dual enrollment student?
Great question, Crystal. Yes, you'd still have to apply to a degree-seeking program if you are a dual enrollment student. But of course, any credits you earn through our dual enrollment program would apply to your degree-seeking program. Great question.
All right. Is this scholarship offered only to 2023 graduates, or is it still available to 2022 graduates as well?
Great question, Shar. And I do want to save those questions for Kim's presentation. And as the scholarship manager, I'd love for her to address these. But these are great questions.
Awesome. Someone in the chat saying, is architecture offered as a major?
Great questions about all of the majors. I'll drop something in the chat with a list of all of our degree programs and concentrations, so you can see which programs are offered as it aligns to the different pathways that you're interested in. Great question.
All right. And another question says, do you have scholarships for students already enrolled at Prince George's Community College that have a 4.0 GPA?
Great job, Sydney. I'm assuming that applies to you on the 4.0 GPA. And I'm sure Kim will be able to answer that question with more specificity than I will during her section or her segment of the showcase. But great question and congratulations on that awesome GPA. Keep it up.
All right. That's incredible. You know, I'm thinking with a 4.0 GPA, I mean, that's the highest mark.
It's only
qualify for the scholarships.
Exactly. All right, I'm not sure if we have any additional admissions questions, but of course, I will continue to be here throughout the session. I think there'll be other opportunities to ask additional questions to all of the presenters.
All right.
All right, thanks for having me, Rizul.
All right, thank you.
All right, look, the night seems like it's going quite swimmingly. What do you think, brother?
I think it's going pretty well. A lot of people in here getting these scholarships.
Look, this is some great information, man. It can save you a whole bunch of money. Get some great scholarships, man. This is great information. It looks like somebody from the chat knows you, dude.
No, that's my guy, Jose. Jose, how's it going? Special shout out to you, Jose.
All right, let's keep this show on the road. So our next presenter will review the process of completing the most important steps in applying for financial aid. So let us all welcome Miss Nakia Sharps-Starkey, who is a coordinator in the Student Financial Aid Office. How are you doing tonight, Nakia? It's great to see you.
Hey, Malachi, I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. I cannot complain. I heard you have some slides for us. What you got?
I do. I want to be sharing some information regarding the financial aid process. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the free application for federal student aid versus the MISFA, which is the Maryland State Financial Aid application, and the difference. What you will need to apply to complete the financial aid process, what kind of aid is available, submitting verification documents, and how to know if you are eligible for the Maryland State Financial Aid application. The first step with completing the FAFSA application is creating an FSA ID. This credential will allow you to log on to the FAFSA application to complete it. After you create that FSA ID, you will log on to studentaid.gov to complete the FAFSA application. Keep in mind that we want applications open October the 1st, and we encourage all students to complete the FAFSA application by March 1st. So if you are a current senior or have not completed your FAFSA application yet for the next academic year, we want to encourage you to do so. When you complete the FAFSA, make sure you enter our school code so Prince George's Community College will be able to receive your information. Now, to be eligible to complete the FAFSA application, you will have to be a U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen, have a high school diploma or GED, not in default of any federal loans, enrolled in a degree-seeking program, and if you are interested in taking student loans or need to take loans, you want to be enrolled in at least 6 credit hours. Now, when you complete the FAFSA application, you're opening it up the options to receive grants, scholarships, and self-help. So it's just not the federal Pell Grant. So that's why we encourage you to complete the application so you don't leave any dollars on the table. Once you complete the FAFSA application, sometime you're selected for verification. If you are selected for verification by the Department of Education, you will have to submit documentation to us just to confirm the information that you placed on the FAFSA application is correct. To submit documents, we do everything electronically now. So you will want to log on to your Outlink account, navigate to the financial aid dropdown, select required documents, and you electronically upload those documents to our office for review. When submitting anything to our office, we want to encourage you to please put your name and your student ID number. If you want to reach us via email, our email is finaid@pgcc.edu. And any form of communication sent to us, I just want to remind you to put your name and your student ID. Now let's talk about the Maryland State Financial Aid application. The MISFA allows qualified children of undocumented immigrants to be considered for various state financial aid programs. Application can be completed through the MDCAPS website directly, and it must be completed by March 1st. How do you know if you're eligible for the MISFA? Well, when you create an MDCAPS account and you go to apply for the MISFA, there will be a questionnaire that you will complete. This questionnaire will allow you if the MISFA is the application for you or if you can complete the traditional FAFSA application. The Maryland State Financial Aid applications provides the applicants with the opportunity to receive certain types of aid, including educational assistance grants, guaranteed access grants, campus-based educational assistance grants, part-time grants, and the Maryland Community Promise Scholarship. Now, we are here located at the Largo campus, located in Bladen Hall in room 121. We are here Monday through Friday, but on Thursdays, we're here from 8:30 to 6 p.m. And on Fridays, we're here from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Again, and this is our email address if you have any questions that you may want to email us and ask. But I'm open to take questions now.
So that was a great presentation, Nakia. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm quite sure that there will be populating the chat with questions coming up. But if you guys don't mind me asking a few questions or giving my tidbit, a few tips that I have for the FAFSA and the MISFA are definitely to start and to try to finish those applications as early as you can. It's good to get those things or those documentations submitted early. And I found that if you're submitting them early, you increase your chances of getting some form of aid. Also being sure that you check and double check every single entry that you put on all these forms. Making sure that everything is accurate and as, of course, accurate as possible. So that way you don't have to go back and change anything at a later date. Nevertheless, let's go in and let's look at some of these questions that are being asked in the chat. I think I saw one that pulled up. Let's see. There we go. All right. So our first question is, can we qualify if we graduate in 2024?
In order to complete the FAFSA application, you do have to be a high school graduate. So if you graduate in 2024, you want to complete the 24-25 FAFSA application, which will be good August 2024 post-graduation.
Perfect. I think this question is quite similar, except for they asked, will the program? All right, skip that one. Next, on to the next one. Do all scholarships require having a FAFSA on file?
Each scholarship does have their own requirements. However, most scholarships do request the FAFSA to be on file because we want to make sure that you're receiving federal funding first before any other scholarship does pick up the remaining balance if you don't qualify for federal aid.
All right, that's perfect. Crystal has a question that asks, when does the MISFA open? You mentioned FAFSA opens October the 1st. Great question.
MISFA is currently open now. Both applications open in the fall of the semester, which is October, and we encourage you to complete the MISFA application by March 1st. However, after March 1st, you can still complete the MISFA application, but with the MISFA, it's through the Maryland State and dollars do deplete. So the sooner the better.
All right, that's perfect. Our next question is, do I complete my scholarship and financial aid applications before applying to PGCC or after?
You can complete them before applying for PGCC, but just be sure to put our school code on the application. That will make sure that we will receive your FAFSA application.
Perfect, perfect. All right, I'm going to give a couple more seconds for anyone with last minute questions. You know, us in education, we call this wait time. And my brother and I, if my brother was in here right now, we'd be laughing about that. So I'm going to give a little bit of wait time, see if anyone else has any additional questions. If not, then I want to say thank you so much, Nakia, for joining us this evening. You had a great presentation.
Thank you, Malachi. I do appreciate it.
Of course, for our audience, please be sure to not leave any money on the table. Make sure that you get your FAFSA and your MISFA done as soon as possible. That is extremely important. So, for our next guest, we will be hearing from no other than, there he is, Darren Smallwood. He's a fellow PGCC and Prince George's County Promise Scholarship alumnus. Thank you so much for joining us, Darren. How you doing?
How you doing, Malachi? Thanks for having me. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You know, I want you to take some time and please talk about your experience as a Promise Scholar at PGCC for us.
Sure, absolutely. So, hi everyone. Good evening. I was about to say good afternoon. But my name is Darren Smallwood, and I graduated from the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship Program in 2019, and I had my associates in information technology. The Promise Scholarship was a life-changing opportunity for me since I am a first-generation college student, and being able to solely focus on my class allowed me to perform well and were able to get on the dean list regularly. In addition, this program prepared me when I transferred to the University of Maryland Global Campus, where I earned my bachelor's in information system management in 2021. Without the Promise Scholarship, I would not have been able to attain a post-secondary education at an affordable price, develop lifelong relationships, nor participate in several internships during my time at the college. I credit the Promise Scholarship program with providing me the experience and the knowledge that eventually allowed me to attain a career in the federal government as an information technology auditor. So this is a very extraordinary program. When you are definitely applying to the college, please look into the program and scholarship because they're definitely worth your time.
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. You know, I can coincide with everything that you said thus far, you know, during your presentation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Malachi. Okay, so I've seen a lot of questions in the chat about the Promise Scholarship, so we are going to get into it. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. Keep those questions coming. We will have a chance at the end where all of our presenters and our co-hosts and Darren will be on, so you can ask all those questions, and we'll get some of those that we didn't get to. We'll answer those as well. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you tonight about the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship. So the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship was started in fall 2017. Prince George's County awarded the college $1.7 million each school year to award Prince George's County residents to get their associate degree and their certificate and licensure. So we have been doing this for a few years, as you've seen with Rasul, Malachi, and Darren. So this scholarship is open to students that are recent graduates of a Prince George's County high school. So that could be a public school, a private school, or a home school. You have to be a graduate within the last 2 years, so 2022 and 2023 for this upcoming school year. I know we have some juniors on the call as well. Hold tight. You will be able to apply for the scholarship starting in October 2023. That's when your application will open. So yes, we will still have the scholarship for you. And yes, you can apply starting October 2023. So in addition to the eligibility requirements, you have to be a resident of Prince George's County and a first-time college student. So that means we have to be your first choice. You can't go to College Park, Bowie, or any other school first and then come to Prince George's Community College. We have to be your first option. So the scholarship is open to associate degree seekers and students who are interested in specific certificate and licensure programs. For associate degree seekers, it's open to all majors. So anything you want to study, if it's teaching, I saw someone that was interested in journalism, nursing, anything, all associate degrees are open to apply. There are minimum scores on the college placement tests that are required, or you may meet some exemption criteria. Those criteria include having a 3.0 or higher cumulative GPA from high school, or specific scores on your SAT or ACT. You can find more information about that exemption criteria on our testing website. You must also file the FAFSA or the MISFA by March 1st. Remember, Ms. Nakia was just talking to you guys about that. So that FAFSA or the MISFA must be filed by March 1st. So I always get a question. So what certificates and licensures are eligible for the Promise Scholarship? I'm so glad you asked. These are some of the certificate and licensure programs, not some. These are all of the certificate and licensure programs that are eligible for the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship. So right now we have students who are doing HVAC, pharmacy technician, CNA, students that are getting their CDL. You can study to become an electrician. So there's a lot of great opportunities here for students to get a certificate and licensure and start working and earning money. So if you don't want to go the associate degree seeker route, you can always get a license or certification. So I want to talk to you about these important dates and really, really impress upon them. So March 1st. Did I say March 1st? Hopefully I said March 1st. March 1st, you must submit your FAFSA or your MISFA application. You must apply to Prince George's Community College, and you must apply to the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship. So that is a key deadline. If you don't do this by March 1st, you're already taking yourself out of the running for the scholarship. These three things must be done by March 1st. And then by July 1st, you must turn in any outstanding financial aid documents. So Ms. Takia talks about verification documents and things like that. So if you have those must be turned in by July 1st. You must submit your final official high school transcript. So it should show that graduation date on it and have your final cumulative GPA. And then you must take any placement test if required and meet with an advisor and register for your courses. So by July 1st, all of those things should be done. So remember March 1st and then July 1st. So how much is this scholarship worth? This is a question that I probably get on a daily basis. And this is not your typical scholarship that has a typical set amount. The scholarship amount is different for every student because it is a last dollar scholarship. That means we apply all other grants. So if you receive a Pell Grant or any other scholarships, all of those grants and scholarships go first. And then the promise goes on your account to cover any remaining balance. There are students who may receive a full balance, who have a full balance that is covered by possibly the Pell Grant or another scholarship. In that case, if your full tuition and fees are covered by other grants and scholarships, then you will receive up to $500 each semester to use in the bookstore for books and supplies. Okay, so it's a last dollar scholarship. It's not a set amount for every student, but it will cover your entire tuition and fees. So no one is coming out of pocket for tuition and fees. So this is just a snapshot of the application. It is probably the quickest application that you will ever do for a scholarship in your life. It should take you 5 minutes or less to complete. We are just collecting some basic information so we can process the scholarship and make sure that you qualify. So I always say, do not hesitate. If I'm talking to you about it, just do it right now, okay? So why should you apply for the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship? So Malachi, Rasul, and Darren shared some key things to do, key reasons why you should apply, but I just want to enhance on those. So you get to join a cohort of like-minded students. So you'll be in a cohort with students similar to the students the alumni that you already met on the call. You get to attend special scholarship programs. So each semester, we have 2 scholarship nights that are dedicated to our special scholarship population, where you learn about transfer opportunities, mental health awareness. We talk about civic responsibility and finances. The topics run the gamut, but it's a night to enhance students. And then there's also leadership opportunities that are available. So we have FAM leaders, which are second-year scholarship students that help to mentor the incoming cohort and help to offer different events and resources for students in the scholarship. Also, scholarship students have access to support services and dedicated scholarship staff like myself to ensure your success. So we are invested to see you succeed at Prince George's Community College and beyond. So I love keeping in contact with students who have graduated from the scholarship in the college to see what they're up to. They are all doing amazing and great things. And you should apply because you get to earn your associate's degree or your certification without paying for tuition and fees. So not coming out of pocket for tuition and fees. That's, I know, probably the key reason why you should apply, right? So I just wanted to share some pictures with you from past events, just to show that we do, have events and things. So that first picture was pre-COVID, where we got together in big groups and had a lot of our scholarship nights in person. And then the next picture, the picture down below, is from one of our most recent game nights, where students come into a smaller room. We have games, we have music, we have food. It's just a way for everyone to mingle, get to know each other, kind of de-stress, and have some fun. We also invite speakers to come back and talk to students. So this one was talking about healthy relationships. And this group picture is from one of our most recent outings, where we went on a lunch cruise down in DC. So a plethora of opportunities to get involved and be active and meet people. So I really just want to say, do not miss out on this opportunity. So just a reminder, March 1st, you want to complete those applications. So the college application and the scholarship application, and you want to complete your FAFSA or your MISFA. And just a reminder, this is a tuition-free opportunity to get the first half of your four-year degree completed without paying any money. Or if you're not interested in a 4-year degree or getting your associate's degree, you can earn a certificate or a licensure without paying any money. Every high school senior should apply, regardless of where you think you're going in the fall. You should have this opportunity in your back pocket. So I encourage every high school senior to apply by March 1st for this opportunity. And again, like I said, this is the simplest scholarship application that you will come across ever in your life. So why not apply? So this is my contact information. You can email me with questions at scholarships@pgcc.edu or reach out to me on the phone by 301-546-7588. You can also text me at that number if you prefer. And if you scan this QR code, it takes you to our link tree that has a scholarship application, and as well as links to the FAFSA and the MISFA. All right, I think up next, we're going to bring back Malachi and Rasul.
Fantastic job, Miss Kimberly Johnson.
Thank you.
Hearing you talk about the Promise Scholarship really brought me back, like, to all those events that we did. It was just so phenomenal. And I definitely agree. Every single high school senior should be applying for this scholarship. I speak for my brother and I when I say it literally changed our lives.
I'm glad to hear it.
I think Rasul is still muted. Gosh, goofy boy.
I wasn't trying to speak. I mean, you say you're going to speak for me, so I'll let that fly. I mean, the Promise Scholarship itself is just so phenomenal. It really does so much for us, and thank you, Ms. Kim, for sharing that scholarship information with us, and I really do hope that everyone takes advantage of the eligibility and the requirements for the scholarship. It's such a wonderful opportunity,
Yeah.
And, before we take questions, we want to remind you to stay until the end so that you can enter for a chance to win your PGCC swag bag. Now, Malachi and I, we know some things about those PGCC swag bags. So look, you got to stay here until the end for that.
Whoever wins, they can just send me their swag bag because I want it.
Honestly, they could. We've had our swag bags, Malachi.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
We've had our swag bags.
We'll share some of the swag bags. So please sure to type into the chat hashtag PGCC swag to make sure that you're entered for your swag bag.
All right, awesome. So make sure you enter. At this time, I would like to invite my co-presenters and Darren back to the stage, and we are going to take some questions. So I know there's some questions already in the chat, but if there's some questions that you wanted to ask that you didn't get a chance to ask, make sure you add them to the chat as well, and we will try to get to as many as possible.
All right, Malachi, I'll take the first one. We can go back and forth. All right, we've got a question right here that says, how much would Promise Scholarship cover for my tuition, textbooks, fees for the fall of 2023, and how much can I expect to receive?
Yeah, great question, Jennifer. So for the Promise Scholarship, like I said, your scholarship is going to be different for every student. So it really depends on your financial aid package. So once you submit your FAFSA or your MISFA and receive that financial aid package, then we'll be able to determine how much Promise funds you will receive. But your tuition and fees will be covered if you qualify for the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship.
My apologies. I got sidetracked by all these hashtag PGCC swags. So many people gunning for the swag bag. Nevertheless, our next question from Crystal is there financial aid available part from loans that is not needed or merit-based?
So financial aid is based upon merit. So it depends on what your need is. There's no financial aid that's separate from need. It's all based upon need.
All right, that sounds great. Our other question says, where do we put the school code?
The school code you'll put on the FAFSA. They'll ask you where you plan on attending. You can put up to 10 schools on your FAFSA application. So if Prince George's Community College is just one of your options and you have other options, you can always list those on your FAFSA application as well.
Perfect. These are some great questions, folks. The next question is the scholarship guaranteed? That's a great one. I like that one.
That is a good question. So the scholarship is not guaranteed. So there are eligibility requirements that you have to meet, such as being a Prince George's County resident, a graduate of a Prince George's County high school within the past 2 years, so 2022 and 2023 for this upcoming school year. And you have to complete that FAFSA or MISFA. If you're seeking an associate's degree, you do have to meet that placement test requirement or that 3.0 high school cumulative GPA, or have specific SAT or ACT scores. And I also want to put in the caveat, so depending on what certificate or licensure program you're pursuing, there also may be some requirements for those programs as well.
All right, our next question says, what do you turn in your final high school transcript for PGCC? And when can we know if we have gotten the Promise Scholarship after March 1st?
Sarah, you want to tag team that question?
Yeah, we can tag team. So your final high school transcript, I do want to talk about the second deadline, is due by July 1st. So you have additional time to supply your high school transcript with your conferral of your high school diploma on it. That should be submitted to our records and registration office. It can be done electronically through the school system. Some schools, depending on your school, may mail it. So you can mail it to us as well. And so a couple of different ways that you can do that, but you want to wait till you finish high school to submit the final transcript. But in terms of submitting an unofficial for review as it relates to placement, you can upload that unofficial into your application portal where you applied, or you can email it to admissions@pgcc.edu.
Yes, for the second part of that question, when will you know if you've gotten the Promise Scholarship? So it depends on when you turn in all of those final documents and you've completed the requirements. So once you've done that, then you will know very soon after. But it really depends on once you've completed all the requirements.
All right. So our next question is from Love versus Love. And they're asking us, are there any scholarships for current students?
Okay, Love versus Love. So yes, there are some opportunities for current students. This night was focused for Promise Scholarship. We will release scholarship opportunities for current students for the 2023-2024 school year starting in March. But if you go to our webpage, hopefully one of our staff members can put the scholarship link into the chat. But if you go to that scholarship page, you can review some of the scholarships that have been offered in the past. The Foundation Scholarship has over 30 scholarships available to students, and there's a plethora of other scholarships as well. I encourage students to look at the MHEC, the Maryland Higher Education Commission website as well. There's a lot of scholarships available on that website too.
All right, our next question says, is this the same as the MD Promise Scholarship?
So great question, Crystal. This is not the same thing as the Maryland Promise Scholarship. There are some key differences. One of them being that those who are pursuing the Maryland Promise Scholarship do not have to be within 2 years of high school graduation. So the Maryland Promise Scholarship is open to any student that has graduated from a Maryland school. Students also who qualify for Maryland Promise, there are some family household income requirements that are associated. If you go to the Maryland Higher Education Commission website and type in Maryland Promise Scholarship, or you go to our website too, we have Maryland Promise Scholarship information on our website as well, you can see some of those key differences, but this is not the same thing as the Maryland Promise.
All right. Miriam asks, does this apply for juniors?
Yes, Miriam. So I think you're assuming you're referring to the scholarship applying for juniors. So this applies once you become a senior, you can apply. So starting October 2023, our application for the 2024-2025 school year will open, and you can apply during your senior year. So you want to apply between October 1st and March 1st. Make sure you apply and do that FAFSA MISFA during that time during your senior year. So yes, this does apply for you for next year.
Awesome. Our next question asks, when does the MISFA open? You mentioned FAFSA on October 1st.
The MISFA is currently open now. We want to encourage students to complete the application by March 1st, but it's open now.
All right. Crystal is also asking, is this the same as the Promise or MD Promise Scholarship? That's great. I think that one's already been answered.
No, actually, it hasn't. I think you're asking about the MISFA and the Maryland Promise Scholarship. The MISFA is the Maryland State Financial Aid application, and it's different than the Maryland Promise. The MISFA is for undocumented students of undocumented immigrants, residents. The Maryland Promise Scholarship is for any resident that's a citizen that lives in the state of Maryland.
Perfect. Our next question is from Jan, and it's asking how/where can we get our PGCC ID if we're not enrolled?
Great question. You are issued your PGCC ID upon admission to the college, which is shortly after you apply. If you're unable to locate it, it should have been emailed to you. You can also log into your application portal and pull it that way. If you're still continuing to having trouble, you can reach out to someone in our office or in our virtual student support center, and we can assist you with locating it.
Perfect. Our next question is asking, do you offer courses for students interested in a pre-med track? Oh, that's nice. That's what I was actually studying when I was there, and I'm going into medicine next year. Oh, well, this year. Geez. So, yeah.
Thank you for grabbing that question in real time. You're an example of that happening. So, Shar, talk to Razul.
Yeah, so I would honestly say transferring from Prince George Community College, all of my credits for biology and chemistry actually were able to transfer over. So they definitely do offer all the classes that you would need. All right. And Kimberly is also asking us, does the Promise Scholarship cover over all semesters?
Great question, Kimberly, and wonderful name. So yes, the Promise Scholarship covers up to 3 years if you're seeking an associate degree, and we cover fall, winter, spring, and summer. So it does cover all semesters.
All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. Great questions. Fantastic. All right. I think it's about time that we do that swag bag giveaway.
All right, I think it's about that time. Okay, so hopefully you all have gotten the chance to enter into the giveaway by posting hashtag PGCC swag in the chat for your chance to win. Now, we want to remind everybody that there's only one entry per person, which means that any duplicates within the chat will not be counted towards your ability to win. I saw a couple people in there trying to cheat the system a little bit. So
they were trying
to see who won. Let's see.
I would have done the same thing.
All right, let's see who's gonna win. It's narrowing down a couple people. Hey, look, we've got our special winner here.
Awesome,
Congratulations.
awesome. I think it's how you pronounce it, Liza.
Yeah, it looks like Liza, Malachi.
Wow. Fantastic.
Well, congratulations. And since you have won the PGCC swag bag, we want to make sure that you receive your PGC swag bag. So what you can do is please email scholarships@pgcc.edu with your name, your mailing address, aka my address, and your phone number so that you can receive your swag bag. And wait, guess what, Malachi? We forgot to tell them about something. Guess what?
Don't tell him, man. Don't tell him.
I shouldn't tell him.
No.
Well, look. Since my brother and I are here and we're double trouble, guess what? We're gonna have another PGCC swag bag to give away to you guys. You're very welcome. That's how we roll at Prince George's Community College. So, just complete the event survey that we have linked and posted in the chat or on the YouTube description box, and you will be automatically entered to win another PGCC swag bag. Make sure that you
click that link in the chat / description to access this event survey link so that you can be considered.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, so that was a lot of great information. So you learned about admission to the college, the importance of student financial aid, and about the Prince George's County Promise Scholarship. I hope you guys remember that key deadline that we talked about. Someone put it in the chat. What is that key deadline, that first key deadline that you need to make sure that you hit? Hopefully you are typing March 1st. So don't forget, by March 1st, you need to have submitted your FAFSA or your MISFA, completed the college application, and submitted your Prince George's County Promise application. For more information about applying to the scholarship, you can visit us on the web at www.pgcc.edu/go/promise scholarship. Also, email us at scholarships@pgcc.edu with any questions that you may have. So I want to give a huge thank you to my amazing co-hosts. You guys rock.
Thank you so much. You know, my brother didn't do anything. I did all the work. I'm taking this credit.
Thank you so much, Miss Kim.
Yeah, this was an awesome show.
Yes, and thank you, Darren, for sharing your experience with us about the Promise Scholarship. I want to thank our wonderful representatives from the Office of Recruitment and Admission. I see y'all in the chat too. Thank y'all for representing. And our wonderful representative from the Student Financial Aid Office. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Nakia. And I want to give a huge shout out to PGCC TV for producing this event. They are the ones that are making this run like a team. And I want to thank most of all you for joining us this evening. Thank you so much for logging in, staying tuned, taking notes, and learning more about the college and about this special scholarship opportunity. I hope to see all of your applications tomorrow. So take care and be safe.
Have a great one. Thanks for coming.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Listen, don't let procrastination hold you back.
Prepare for what's next at Prince George's Community College. Train for the career of your dreams and secure your future. Earn an associate degree or a certificate, and you could start pursuing your passion today.
Don't let anything hold you back. Prepare for what's next at Prince George's Community College. Train for the career of your dreams and secure your future. Earn an associate degree or a certificate, then you can start pursuing your passion today.